you've got to celebrate the small wins, because that's what it's all about, really.
Found a new reason for living. Next says making noise, all I hear him say.
Well, here we are again. Thought I'd do a little check-in. Yeah, we've just had like a really good week in contrast to the week before, where I was ill and injured, as you may have seen in the last video. It's a deload week. We did a lot less mileage, or kilometres. Don't know why I say mileage, you know I don't count in miles. But what was really interesting last week is that there was a lot of work on speed, which for me is never really a point of focus generally. I kind of always see myself as a pretty slow runner, or more on the slower side. I know that isn't really maybe not the case, because everyone has their own speed and it's important to accept that. But this week really put into perspective how this type of training can help progress in that part. The big thing this week was a 5k time trial. So to see how much quicker I can go and am I meeting the targets on my training plan. I also got a bit miffed off this week. I don't know if it was due to last week's lack of speed training, but the runner app told me, like the predictive AI said, we might have to adjust your pace and go a bit slower because you're not hitting the pace targets. Being the stubborn person I am, decided that I would ignore that and say, I'm going to make this right. And so we'll see how that went. I didn't do like a full weekly vlog this week. I focused on a few key sessions. As you'll see, the weather here was kind of all over the place. We had storms and wind and rain, and it was just not great running weather. So I did a lot of treadmill training, which to be honest is really good for mental resilience because it's boring as hell. So yeah, it's probably going to be a quick vid, but I'll leave you to it. Oof. That is horrendous weather. It's going to be a treadmill day today, I think. Oh, God. You can see that. Oh. Horrendous stuff. Yeah, so just checking in. We've got a pretty juicy little session today. Got a 5k time trial, and I've never raced a short distance like a 5k. I never really tried to hit a PB. I think my current PB stands at somewhere around the 23 to 24 minute mark, because I must have run that during like a 10k or something, where I had to leg it at the end. So yeah, it's going to be a really good indicator of fitness, seeing if there's been some progress, I guess, on my current speed. The plan says to aim for like 5k at 4:20 pace, which appears fast to me, but I guess I've never really done it for that period of time, so we'll see how it goes, and hopefully we survive. It's currently 1 degree outside and pretty frosty, so it's going to be, I guess, we need some gloves and stuff. But hey ho, let's give it a crack. thing is with this, there is one small issue in my plan. Is that I don't really have like a track or like a park near me. Yes, you put that down living in the French countryside. So I kind of just have to find a really flat stretch of road. And the only thing near me is about 2 kilometres away, which I guess is good because it's the warm up. But it means I'm going to have to go straight back, multiple times to the 5k. So mentally, it's going to be interesting. I guess that slows me down a bit with turns, but it's good practice, all in all.
Okay, so I'm coming towards the end of the warm-up. Got a big old stretch of road ahead of me. It's very cold, so we'll see how this goes. Am I confident would be weird? I don't think so. But I'm open to being surprised. Try and push myself a bit mentally. We'll see how we do. Let's go. Oh. 21 minutes and 3 seconds, which, if I'm not mistaken, is a PB. Fuck me. Thank God we're already halfway through training, because I need to work on that a bit more. Short distances definitely aren't my thing, but God, even though I'd never tried to hit a PB in a short distance before, fuck, it feels good. I think it's as much as like a mental battle than it is physical, as everyone will say, but because it's not a race, it's not a track, I'm on a big stretch of road in the middle of the countryside. I could just stop, no one's going to notice, but it's just that I keep pushing through. Whew. I'm happy I kind of kept it controlled, gave it all in the last kilometre, but not too much so that I hurt myself. And yeah, I guess now it's how do we get past that 21 mark? And more importantly, focus on the marathon. Great stuff though. Let's go. Let's go. It's a 21-minute 5k. Let's go. Pardon me for the weird celebrations, but I know this isn't like the maddest times, but for someone who only last year, like, getting underneath 30 minutes in 5k was a really cool thing. It's pretty mental, and you need to celebrate the small wins. So let's go.
One thing I kind of learned this week is that it's important to understand your own speed, because the quicker you understand what your pace is on all ends of the spectrum, whether that's the easy to the quick side of things, you understand better the progress. And my God, does it feel good to see progress. But to see progress, you've got to struggle, work hard, get the pain, etc., etc. But you've got to enjoy it. Like, small little baby steps of progress may seem insignificant in the grand scheme of things, but you've got to celebrate the small wins, because that's what it's all about, really. You look at like professional level runners train for a year, or they stack all these training blocks just to shave off a few seconds. At our level, at this kind of average just recreational runner level, you can shave off like 5 minutes per race almost. So you gotta, like, when you can get 30 seconds off or a minute off in training, God, celebrate it, applaud it. So yeah, I'm just trying to lock into that a bit. And this last week was a great example of how you can kind of put that into motion.